Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. And it's a pleasure to follow the honourable gentleman. I thought that was a very important speech. I concur entirely with his priority there. It is really important that we do invest in the social infrastructure of play for the benefit of children, not necessarily for the benefit of Ed Balls and Andy Bird. And that was an appalling image was conjured by the honourable gentleman there. But I do concur with the general point. I want to speak in support of the amendment in my name, new clause in my name 87, which will require the government to designate more protected sites, more chalk streams as protected sites within 6 months of the bill passing. And, Madam Deputy Speaker, 85% of the world's chalk streams are in this country. It's only 220 of them, so they're a rare and very, very special habitat. Most of those chalk streams are in southern England, and I'm glad to say most of the most important ones are in Wiltshire. And in Morgan's Hill, on the edge of my constituency, it's a hydrological dividing line where a drop of rain can end up in the River Kennet and so in the Thames and flow it out to the North Sea. It can go down the Hampshire Avon into the English Channel, or it can go out west along the Bristol Avon and end up in the Atlantic. So it's a very, very significant place. We water the whole of southern England from Wiltshire. 60 million years old these streams are, Madam Deputy Speaker, and they have flowed clear and clean all that time until very, very recently. In the modern era, they are over-abstracted. Too much water is being taken out because of overdevelopment and bad house building. They're contaminated with agricultural runoff and, of course, from sewage spills. And I want to pay tribute and give my very sincere congratulations to all the campaigners in my constituency, and we'll all have similar organisations locally, but Action on the River Kennet in particular, doing such great work to support that river. Anglers, schools and farmers in our area pay particular tribute to the Southern Streams Initiative that supports farmers across Wiltshire to restore the health of the soil and the water in our area. Madam Deputy Speaker, the last government introduced some very important new measures to restore and preserve the health of our chalk streams. The Water Restoration Fund, which ensured that the fines levied on water companies for sewage spills went to restore nature in the areas that had been harmed. We introduced storm overflow discharge reduction plan, stewardship schemes which address the question of agricultural runoff, and in the Levelling Up and Regeneration Act in 2023 we ensured that chalk streams were considered as part of environmental assessments for new developments. And we introduced the chalk stream recovery plan, which was sadly halted by Labour when they came into power last year. They kept some of our legacy, I'm glad to say, but they've paused the sustainable farming incentive, and I'm afraid to say we expect cuts to stewardship schemes in the spending review this week. And crucially, they scrapped the Water Restoration Fund itself. Thames Water was fined over £100 million last month, Madam Deputy Speaker, because of sewage spills in our area. That money should have gone to supporting nature restoration in the Thames Valley areas, including in Wiltshire. It's been taken by the Treasury. We don't know where that money is going to go. They've also scrapped the chalk stream recovery plan. And the concern for this bill, and why I've tabled this amendment, is that it will put additional pressure on our chalk stream. So yes to new building, absolutely the priority is right. That's what we need. And yes to building in our backyard, Madam Deputy Speaker, but the backyard of Wiltshire is Swindon. We need to be seeing more intense development in the urban areas where the real demand for housing is, which will be a great blessing to Swindon and to Wiltshire if we can make that happen. But the new clause in my name would protect more chalk streams as protected sites. I'm glad to say the Kennet and the Hampshire Avon are already triple SIs, but we need to see more streams designated in that way. It's not enough to have only 11 of the 220 chalk streams in this country so protected. So the more we can get the better. It will create genuine momentum behind the preservation of chalk streams, and when developments are being considered, we can be sure that these vital national natural assets are properly protected for the future. Thank you.